I am also the Alabama State Director for Minorities for Medical Marijuana, which is a national organization that just pretty much provide education, outreach, advocacy, and ultimately encourage minorities to participate in the cannabis industry. And I kind of got my start in the cannabis space in Alabama. I've been doing research on it for years. And in 2018, we all got the Farm Bill, hemp Farm Bill, which legally allows states to be able to have their own programs to cultivate hemp. I knew about the program then, but I chose not to jump in it right then and there just due to I'm in Alabama, it's 2018, I'm an engineer working for this very conservative company. I'm married, 2 kids, like, I don't want to mess up my livelihood for no weed, so I really just kind of held the horses on it. But in 2020, we all experienced COVID-19. And when COVID-19 hit, it really forced me to refocus and readjust and reevaluate, reassess myself on what I felt like my value was in the current company that I was giving all my time to, how they value it. So we end up getting to a separate crossroads. In 2020, that's when I decided to found my hemp cultivation company, Native Black Farm. And I've been cultivating hemp ever since then. So I'm also the CEO of Grow Guys Club. And a unique thing about the Grow Guys Club is an NFT project that is creating community around cannabis cultivation, while also providing cannabis education to those that may be kind of curious or those that just want to be an advocate for cannabis. And our main focus is cultivation. So with the project, it's myself and 3 other cultivators, one out in Massachusetts. He's Just Incredible Cultivations. He's been in the industry since 2018. He cultivates cannabis for the purpose of recreational. Then we have Brian, he's the head horticulturist for Just Incredible Cultivation. And this guy called himself the real cannabis scientist, and he is. This dude is a genius, he is brilliant. You can have a basic conversation with him, it's somehow gonna end right back up on cannabis on this conversation that you're currently having. And then the other cultivator is Will. He's out in Oregon. He cultivates for medical and recreational in Oregon. So we came up with the project Grow Guys Club. Like I said, the purpose of the Grow Guys Club is to create community around the art of cannabis cultivation. Cannabis cultivation relies on dependable information and resources, which us as the cultivators, the Grow Guys, are that resource. The Grow Guys Club provide our community with the tools and the necessary needs to be able to cultivate freely. And also, what's unique about our project, we'll be minting 10,000 unique NFTs, and we'll have very unique utilities with our NFTs for our respective NFT holders. All right, our vision. Our vision is to be able to recapture and tell each cultivator story through their unique NFT. So you'll be able to see the journey of each cultivator as they get into the position that they are currently in the industry, as they continue to excel and grow. To build a pathway between accessible cultivation knowledge. A lot of people can grow cannabis, anybody can grow cannabis, but the quality of it, the best practice of it, you gotta know a little bit of something to be able to get that from a reliable source, and those that are licensed, those that are certified throughout the United States. I feel like that's a good, credible, dependable source to be able to get the information from. And ultimately to be able to create, to educate individuals on all phases of when it comes to cultivation. So a lot of folks may not know the different periods that the cannabis plant go through. You have your germination state, then you go to seedling, then you go to your vegetative stage, and then you go to your flower. Then you ultimately get to your harvest point where you get to redeem that sweet flower. And ultimately, one of the main goals of it is to be able to create a pathway to be able to get other cultivators into the industry in general. So with myself being in the industry as a cultivator, and in the cannabis space, the percentage of black cultivators like less than 2%. So to be able to stand on the side of the NFT project that is owned by black cultivators, which is less than 1%, to be able to bring that information and that technology and that resource to be able to create another, hopefully minority cultivator in the cannabis industry, depending on whatever your respective state is at the time of being a part of the project. We're going to give away 10% of the proceeds of the project to as a raffle to one of our value NFT holders. And lastly, we're going to build with the goal, so Web 3.0 has given us a lot of new limitless opportunities. So the metaverse has been real popular lately, and it's been real inspiring, and we hope to in the future to be able to get a cannabis cultivation facility within the metaverse where NFT holders can be able to visit. They can be able to visit their flowers, certain genetics, be able to check out the library, to be able to cultivate themselves, and just to be able to connect and interact with the cannabis plant on an intimate level, but in a virtual space. All right, we're gonna have a total of 5 phases for the duration of the project. Phase 1 is coming soon, which is June 19th. We'll be pre-minting, we'll be pretty much pre-selling 1,000 of our NFTs. They will for sure have a Grow God tier NFT, which I will break down the tiers of the NFT as the presentation goes on. Then phase 2 will be go to our public minting. We'll allow for the remaining 9,000 of our NFTs to be sold on the market. And phase 3 is where it gets juicy at. You'll be able to start redeeming some of the utilities from the NFTs, in which we'll walk through those. We'll ship the merchandise and send physical NFTs and be able to redeem other sections of the NFT. And phase 4 is where those that have the rarity, the more rare NFTs, will be able to redeem some of their utilities. But also, what's unique about our project, we're not just doing this just in one season. We just throwing out an NFT. We want y'all to buy, resell it, and go do something else with it. Like, nah, we're creating multiple seasons so we can continue to expand and grow and bring on more cultivators that are in the space to be able to tell their story, kind of the similar way that we did ours with the NFT. And another use of the utilities, which I'll speak more about, will be to redeem the Grow God tiers and the Master Grow God tier utility. In phase 5, like I said, ultimately we want to get something going in the metaverse where our NFT holders can be able to participate and interact with each other, and also own a piece of the land that we're currently operating on when it comes down to cultivation and things like that. So when you're in the metaverse, as a holder, you got land that you can pretty much choose what you want to do with it. You can cultivate on it, build just something on it. The Web 3.0 in the metaverse is just really limitless in itself. All right, so the first tier, this will be our lowest tier of the NFT, is Tent Grower. The redeemable utilities of this NFT will be, you get a t-shirt and a seed pack, you get access to our basic educational videos on how to cultivate, and you'll get a physical copy of the NFT as well as a digital copy of the NFT. Our second tier will be a total of 5 tiers. Our second tier is our expert tier. You get a merchandise pack, you'll get a more unique genetics of seeds. You get access to our intermittent cultivation videos, as well as a physical copy of the NFT and a digital copy of the NFT. Next, but this one is supposed to be the growers, the master growers tier. It's labeled wrong, but this is where it starts to get a little more juicier for your buck. You'll be able to get 3 seed packs. We'll get you a grow home kit tent and grow home cultivation videos as well, and you get access to the intermittent videos as well as the digital copy of the NFT and the physical copy of the NFT. Now this is where it starts getting really good. The benefits of holding this NFT, you and 4 of your friends will be able to tour a cannabis cultivation facility. You'll get sample merchandise package. You get access to your cultivator for 5 hours of cultivation consultation. You'll get a unique seed pack. You'll also get a home grow kit tent with lights and humidifier and cultivation videos. You get access to all the educational videos, and you also get a digital and a physical copy of the NFT. And the top dog will be Grow God tier. You'll get everything else that I mentioned, but in this one, you'll be able to either rename a strand or develop a unique strand with your designated cultivator. Yeah. And that's all for the different NFTs tiers. All right, so the founder and cultivator, myself as one of the original co-founders of this project, and also Reginald Sanford, who's my other co-founder. He's I'll just proceed. Myself and Reggie pretty much came up with this idea at the top of top of this year, just having a conversation about NFTs and kind of what it is that we see in the space in the industry, and with his experience and my experience on what it is that we can possibly bring new to the NFT space, while also giving back to the community, while also providing education, while also providing folks with ways and means to be able to cultivate their own sweet cannabis that everybody here loves. But with that being said, our expected pre-sale launch date will be June 19th, which is a very historic day for us all. We'll be releasing and bringing the information of cannabis cultivation to a lot of our people and our peers and our loved ones and our friends, to let them know that they're able to cultivate cannabis freely. Hopefully here in the future, as we continue to move forward. And my last slide. If you love the project, you can check us out. You can scan this code. This will get you to our Discord community. All our links are there. You can follow us on Instagram, Twitter at Grow Guys Club. We also on DSO at Grow Guys Club. You can follow my farm, Native Black Farm, Twitter, Instagram, and myself. And that's all I got. I appreciate it. I'll open the floor for any questions.
Now, you said something about with the metaverse and owning an NFT. You said something about owning, is that just in the metaverse owning this grow field, or am I with my NFT buying like an IRL in the real world piece of a grow field?
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be digital. It's definitely gonna be digital in the metaverse. If you're kind of familiar with it, you're able to purchase like a plot of land, depending on which metaverse, which world that you want to kind of dip and dab in. So we'll use Sandbox, for example. That's one of the populars right now. That Snoop Dogg has some metaverse, some land in like the land. It's just crazy, but we'll use one of that for example. And you can buy that plot of land, and you can pretty much divide it up and create a virtual world of whatever it is that you want to do, whatever it is that you want to see, and you can just kind of divide it up amongst the members and break it down that way.
Because the reason I was asking is my company, we do NFTs as well, but we offer the digital copy as well as the in real world copy. You see what I'm saying? So if you buy, we build shipping container houses. So if you buy a digital house, you can also buy the same real world version and come build it on your property. So what I'm saying is that are you offering any opportunities for me, the standard investor, to come in and invest in your company through these NFTs, or am I strictly just buying it as an NFT holder?
Yeah, you're strictly buying as an NFT holder, but that opportunity gives you access to the cultivator to have dialogue about those kind of conversations, so that potentially benefit of things of those sorts. And another unique thing that's about this NFT project, and why we want to come and tell our story and our journeys about how we kind of got to where we're going. We all are moving at doing amazing things in our respectable areas. So I'll use myself, for example, located in Alabama, which, we down in the Bible Belt, it's kind of hard to get a lot of things done. However, with the organization that I've been connected with and a lot of the work that I'm doing, we are kind of moving mountains in Alabama, and I'm projected to possibly be one of the first black cannabis cultivators when it comes to Alabama. And let's say one of those lucky holders hold my Grow Guys here NFT, 3-5 years from now, I'm this multi-million-dollar dude, and I'm this big top dog in Alabama. That guy that originally holds my NFT, he can resell it on the secondary market for an exponential price for holding a piece of history as I continue to grow and value myself. But any more questions? Any other questions? None? My presentation was not that good. It was not that good. The pre-sale is going to be at 0.2 Ethereum, and the public sale is going to be at 0.3 Ethereum.
Is June 19th the public sale or the pre-sale?
We was going to do it for the public sale, but we figured out it would be a good area to test it. So it's going to be the pre-sale date, and then we're going to announce the public date at a later time. Any other questions?
If you buy on a pre-sale, can you list the NFT on the public sale? Or do you have to hold it?
It's best to hold it just in respect of the project, but you can resell it on the secondary market. But in my opinion, my experience with NFT, that's kind of frowned upon to let it go while it's still in the process of being sold out.
Hypothetically, the public sale might be sold out, and then all of a sudden that resale value market on anyone that bought early. Your first phase sells out. that's what I'm thinking. If you sell out, then First Mentors, take a flip right then. Everybody make money. Do you get royalties when it's resold on the secondary market?
Yes, yes.
What's the percentage?
The percentage is still in the, discussion, but we in the range of 10 to 15% on the royalties, based off the amount of NFTs that we offer. Yes, sir.
We missed this, but what's the rollout look like?
I'm not quite sure what you mean by roll up, but I can tell you how we kind of going about the process. So, as of right now, we've been doing a lot of marketing things and just connecting, just getting the word out there, promoting the project on social media. We've been doing giveaways, like you invite so many members to the group, you know, you'll get a grow kit. We sent one of our members a grow kit. You get a grow light based off engagement, and just kind of keeping the community growing and let them know what it is that we kind of got coming up, and just letting folks aware, just making folks aware of what it is that we kind of got going on as we continue to grow respectfully in our different areas as we get closer to the launch date. But we definitely offer incentives to our community for engagement, just asking questions, just coming to learn with us and participate in the process. And like I said, we want to create community around cannabis cultivation, especially from trustworthy sources. If you're in the industry, you already understand it can be real sketchy out here, depending on who it is that you're talking to. A lot of folks say they can offer you more than what they can really give you. So to be able to connect with those that are certified to be able to give you that at any given moment, you want to make sure you connect with those folks and continue to elevate each other. Yes, ma'am.
So, I'm reading a question from my friend because I'm updating him. He wanted to know, is it on the ETH network?
It will be on the Ethereum network,
Okay.
and the secondary market will be OpenSea.
What is the second thing you said?
The secondary market
Okay.
will be OpenSea.
So do you have a footprint like the Web3 market?
Not as of yet, but we're working on it.
Good.
We're working on it. That's really the next wave and what's really going to create a lot of opportunities. I hope that everybody in this room just kind of check out Web 3.0 and the things that you can do with it outside of just NFTs. You'll really see the implementation of NFTs in the metaverse of Web 3.0. But just to kind of understand the opportunities and the different things that you can do to it, it's like us getting the internet all over again, just a different version of it. So I highly encourage everybody to check more out on it.
Now, you're only in the Sandbox, is that the only metaverse that you're gonna be in, or?
Nah, Sandbox is just one of them. We haven't decided on where we're gonna land at with the metaverse because it's gonna take a proper vetting and studying process on how we kind of want to roll this thing out. But as of right now, Sandbox is just kind of one of the most popular ones that's out there. But it's plenty of different metaverse worlds that we can choose from. But we haven't selected as of yet. Everybody minds and hearts at peace? Peace is good? All right, well, I appreciate you guys.